Hello. I am the Chief Evangelist for Code.org, and I'm here tonight to talk about a big initiative we're doing, which we're calling an hour of code. And the goal is to get every single student in America to do an introductory hour of programming. And the reason why this is so important is because, so the goal of this is to not only give people this taste of programming, but to hope that they will then go on to do a much more in-depth 20 to 30 hour long introduction, and then perhaps even go on and study computer science. The reason why studying computer science, of course, is so important is there just aren't enough people doing it. You know, many of us in the audience here probably know how to program, and that is not the situation for across the rest of America. You know, here in Seattle we have a lot of programmers. That's not the case. So the goal is, so if we look forward to 2020, there will be at least 1.4 million new computer jobs. We're just not growing programmers enough. We're growing the number of programming jobs in this country 3 times faster than we're growing the number of programmers. And so we're going to have 1 million unfilled computing jobs if we don't fix this. So these are great jobs. If you look at the top jobs in America, they're mostly programming jobs. If you look at the highest paid jobs coming out of college, the top paying jobs are computing jobs. The best paying, highest starting salaries for new graduates are computer jobs. Every industry now is being disrupted by technology. If you look at the main competitive advantages, it's no longer how fast you can refuel your airplanes or how you manage your fleets. The competitive advantages are coming from software. And so we need programmers to build these wonderful applications and do all this innovation. But we're just not teaching it. If you look, for example, at all the high schools in America, 36% of high schools teach AP Calculus. Only 5% teach AP Computer Science. And at the K through 8 level, we just don't teach it. Now, nothing against calculus, but if you look at what skills are going to be more practical for your career, programming is going to have a lot more benefit, I believe, than knowing how to solve differential equations. I've used programming quite a bit more in my career than I have ever solved, complex differential equations. So at Code.org, we're committed to this belief that anyone can code. It's not just for geeky 20-something males. Everyone can code. And in fact, everyone should code. That this is something that's going to be really beneficial, whether it's actually writing code or just computational thinking going forward. And so the reason I've only been involved in Code.org for a few months now, it's been so exciting because it's very easy in this country to get depressed about the state of education. You can look at movies like Waiting for Superman, and you can realize, like, wow, the statistics are grim. We're not doing enough to teach our kids. But the computer science problem, it's tractable, it's solvable, it's something we can actually do. So Code.org is doing 3 things. Number 1, lobbying. We're actually out there at the state and federal level trying to make changes to bring computing into more classrooms. So for example, in most states in America, computer science does not count toward graduation requirements. It's an elective. So you have to take math and science. Computer science doesn't count. We just got this overturned here in Washington State. Where now in Washington State, computer science does in fact count toward your graduation requirements, which drives up the number of students who are willing to study it, which is great. Second thing we're doing, we're actually bringing computing into the classrooms. So we're working at both the curriculum level to actually develop curriculums that we then can distribute to superintendents and principals in schools, and we're actually doing professional development to actually train teachers to get into the classrooms and then teach computer science. Third thing we're doing is we're air cover. We're actually getting the message out and changing the idea that computing is cool. I don't know how many people saw this video we released in February, but we put out a viral video talking about how anyone can code, and it started a mixture of celebrities, both tech and non. And one of the best quotes in the line was that the next set of wizards of the future are the programmers. And I love this line because computing really, learning how to program really is a superpower. And it really is something that helps you in this increasingly computerized world change what you're doing. And the response to the video was phenomenal. We had 20 million views. We heard from 13,000 schools telling us they wanted our help to bring computers into the classroom. And we got messages like these from a lot of students saying, wow, thanks to that video, I've actually decided what I want to do with my life. I want to learn programming. And so if one little video can do that, what if we tried to do something really big and really crazy? Which brings us to this idea of doing an hour of code. So CS Education Week is one of these national weeks you've never heard of. It's going to be the second week of December. And so our goal is during this week to actually bring an hour of coding to every student in America, or at least 10 million. We have a huge range of partners. Scratch, for example, is one of the little hour-long curriculums we're presenting. There'll be a dozen other hour-long introductions, and we're working with 5 of the top 10 websites to get the word out. We've got a huge range of corporate partners. It's this huge event, but we need your help, right? So this is the kind of thing where it's going across America, and it's not just going to happen top-down. It's going to happen grassroots. It's going to happen in communities by people like you here, getting involved, signing up, not just doing it yourself, but getting your classrooms involved, getting your kids' classrooms involved, or after-school organizations. Yes, we're working with things like the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts. We also need to work with individual groups like these. So get involved. Go to the website, hourofcode.org or csedweek.org or code.org. Sign up. And then come second week of December, we're going to need your help to get this, this crazy, ambitious project out there. Thank you.